Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is SASS. This is Medieval Dynasty. Welcome back to another episode of Survive with SASS. On to episode number 2 for this one. I'm really enjoying this game so far. It's got a really good game loop to it. Everything is just absolutely gorgeous looking. It looks really, really great. I wanted to throw a big thank you and a shout out to all my viewers. Everybody's been watching the video. The first episode of Medieval Dynasty has broken the 1,000 view marks. I want to say thank you so much to all of you guys. You are all so legendary and amazing. It's been a heck of a ride here so far for me on YouTube, and I love making content for you guys. If you'd like to know more about the game, you will find a Steam link down in the description below. You can click on that. It'll take you over to Medieval Dynasty Steam page, and you can try the game out for yourself, get some more info on it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. We just broke 250 subscribers. We are halfway to 500. You guys have been absolutely awesome, just pounding that like button and pounding that subscribe button. So let's just keep on doing it. Love all of you. All right, no more preamble on this one. Let's just dive on in. Let's see what we can get done. And here we are back again. Last episode, we managed to get our house all nicely built up and ready to go. Next up is the next chapter in Unighost's story. We're also supposed to set up some traps and stuff for our rabbit traps. So I figured we'd work on that today, get some traps up and going. So hopefully we can catch ourselves some food, stay alive a little bit longer. Oh, cool. We have points to spend in our... Oh, there's a skill tree. And I didn't even know about this. I think I looked at it the other day, but I didn't actually dig into it. This is cool. So what do these do? 5% more experience from survival activities. Temperature tolerance might be a one to go. Yeah, I think we're going to put a point into that. Very nice. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get a trap set up here. Survival. What was it here? Wrong one. Should be in here somewhere. Thought it was in the survival thing, but I'm crafting. Where did I see that last time? There it is, traps. Trap. It's on my map. Should show us. Animal locations. Pretty sure. I think we found one the other day. There's a rabbit spot here somewhere. Not sure where I saw that exactly. Near the river seems like as good a place as any to put this stuff. So let's do that. Traps, rabbit trap. Pop one down there. See how that does. This game is so good. I've really been enjoying this one. It's an absolute blast. I've done a damn good job with it. Alright, let's sleep until the next day here so we can continue with Unighost's story. Yeah. Get our way back into town here. Yeah, we already looted that. Should we go check our rabbit trap? Maybe we caught something. We did too. Look at that. Hey. All right. Arm the trap again. Got some fur and some meat. I still need to hunt an animal, so probably have to get a bow or something on the go. I think I've made one of those yet. Yeah, I think I need to get a workbench and all that stuff going first. We'll head back into town and we'll continue the storyline here. See how far we can get. We need to eat some food though. Go ahead and eat some dried meat. We'll have ourselves a sip out of the lake here. Oh, look what we found. Some hops. Right on. Make some beer. Slurp. Slurp it up, brother. Here we go. All right. Onward. I'm hoping we can get at least a couple of missions and stuff done today. I want to get a workbench and a bow and stuff on the go, so that way we can go out and hunt a wild animal and continue our survivalist mission as well. Let's go talk to Unicost. You there, buddy? Hello, Rasimir. Are you getting settled? The valley's treating me quite nicely. That's wonderful, Rasimir. But you come at a poor time. My duties as Castellan await me. Of course, I understand. Is everything all right? Yes, I'm not sure, to be honest. There's been a murder. A murder? Oh, shit. Great. I mean, not for the deceased, obviously. I thought things like that don't happen around here too often. Because they don't. I'm just about to go to the crime scene and question the witnesses. And honestly, I don't know what to expect. Sure you'll take good care of the matter. Time will tell. Yes, even it will break. Jokes aside, Rasmir, that's a really serious matter. I won't be able to share more stories with you at the moment, but I believe there is someone you should meet. His name is Sambor. He was one of us. The pack, I mean. Are you serious? He lives here, in the valley? That's right. All of them do, actually. Here. I've marked Sambor's house on your map. You should pay him a visit. Great. I'll go there right away. But beware. Calling Sambor friendly is like being stung by a bee right in the tip of your manhood pleasant. I'm sure you're exaggerating. He was a part of the reminders, after all. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'll be on my way then. All right. So we need to go and meet Sambor. Goose. Where does he live? 716 meters. Oh, he's across the river. Let's target. He's way up there. Okay, so we need to head back to my house, cross the river, and then just head north. All right, cool. Let's do that. Shouldn't take us too long to get there. I like Unigust. He's pretty cool. It's a good character. A wonderful character. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. I'm having a lot of fun with it. All the characters have been quite well written so far. Really enjoyed them. Be interesting to meet this Sambor fella. Before we do that, let's stop off at the house here. I can't remember if there's a workbench in here or not. There isn't. There's just a fireplace. Okay. What does it take to make a workbench? Hunting workstation. Archery target. Let's see here. I thought it would be in workstation, but maybe not. Miscellaneous, maybe? No. Building? Production? Survival? Type of hunting building? No. Well, maybe we can't. Maybe we can't make them yet. Trucks, containers, campfires. I would have thought it would have been in the type of utility can be used to measuring your archery skills. I guess we just have to use the bow for now. So it seems like. All right, I mean, the spear for now. I was hoping we'd be able to make a bow, but I guess we'll just rock the spear. All right. So where do we need to go? Not that way, this way. On up the hill here. Discovered an animal spot for hawk. All right, calm down. Hopefully my guy continues to level up his endurance here, because he can't run for very long. He's definitely out of shape. Skipped leg day. Do need to be ready for anything. There's a good chance that there could be wolves and stuff out here. Let's not get eaten alive. Oh shit! Oh my god! What's that? Why? Why would you? Oh. How am I supposed to fight against that? It's a giant freaking buffalo. What the hell? Man, everything just like kills you instantly. This is just insane. All right then. What's for that? They hit us so hard that we went into third person. Okay, let's let's try that again. Right, so we need to head north and go find our buddy Sambor. Let's boogie on up there. Let's see what we can find. I'm hoping we can avoid running into any wolves because, yeah, I still haven't figured out how to fight them yet. They hit pretty hard, so. Keep on cruising here. All right, calm down. Chill out, bro. I just skipped leg day. Holy. Ooh. Some mead. Like that. Warm boots. Nice. That'll be helpful when the snow hits. Let's keep on boogieing along here. Head on up and go talk to good friend Sambor. I hear a wolf. I think I heard a wolf. A wisent. What is a wisent? I don't know what a wisent is, but I don't want to run into it, whatever it is. Oh god, freaks me out. Spotted a wolf. Ah, shit. Where'd he go? Oh my god. Bro, they kill you so fast. What the heck? Alright, well, let's try that again. Jeez. Fucking brutal, dude. He bit me like twice, and I died instantly. uh, I can't sneak around him. Oh my god, that was so close. Is it still out there? Where did it go? Sorry to rush into your house there, buddy. no, no, the wolf was biting my ass. Are we safe finally? I think we're safe. All right, here we go. I think you're lost, boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to just... Wait a second. Look me in the eye. And stop shivering for crying out loud. Black and blue. You're Jordan's family, aren't you? Yes, my name's Rasimir. You must be Sambor then. How do you know that? I was talking with Unigust. He told me that you were part of the Reminders as well. Part of what now? The pack? The one with Unigust and Jordan? I've never heard this idiotic name in my life. Oh, sorry. Maybe I've made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. Oh, that's a whole lot better name. You're damn right it is. That's because I came up with it. Everyone loved it. No idea why Unigust lied to you like that. I'm sure he was just jealous of your creativity. Ha! Of course he was. And not only about that. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures together.
That's an amazing coincidence, because I would love to spend my time telling old tales by the crackling fire.
Oh my, really?
No, leave my property and forget where it is.
Oh, come on. It will only take a moment. A moment of a moment, really. Just tell me, what was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And what did you do exactly as the pack?
You don't know what we did?
Unigas didn't get to that part yet.
All right, but be quiet and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? Right. It all started when Jordan left his home. He was 18 at the time, if I remember correctly. That clever bastard was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew that. Left as soon as he could, but cleverness at such a young age always means two things: being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. That's it. Pretty detailed, huh? A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots, but none of them was Jordan. Either way, he was wandering for days. Days soon turned to weeks, and his rations turned to dust. He was useless as a hunter, back then at least, so berries and mushrooms was all he could get. Obviously, he needed some coins. He came across a manor with orchards so vast they seemed like an ocean. Jordan managed to get some work there. A week of back-breaking labor had passed. His hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pain.
I must say, you're an amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that.
Shut up! Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from all the strenuous work he's done. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face and to collect the payment. His stomach was already full with the fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying, and all of that was ruined by the hand of the lord, holding a couple lousy coins. Jordan was furious. That was merely a fraction of the pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the lord, demanding justice. Peasants were just like flies to the lord. Disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly which buzzes too loudly? Both of the lord's palms struck Jordan's ears with the strength of an ox. Jordan fell to the ground stunned, and the lord's gods threw him out of the manor like garbage, stealing what few pathetic coins while doing so, if I may add. It wasn't until evening that Jordan regained his hearing, and when it came, a fervent thought of revenge. Your uncle was a capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he only came close, so he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Jordan was always ambitious, and that hatred fueled him like nothing before.
And what happened next?
What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. Go away.
No way, you can't leave me like this.
I can do whatever I want. Scram! I have things to do.
Well, what things? I'll do them for you. I'll do anything you want. Just please tell me the whole story.
Damn, you're annoying.
No, I'm not.
See? What an annoying thing to say. Okay, you can help me. Seems I won't get rid of you any other way.
Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it.
Here, grab a shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it'll do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig up some clay for me.
On it, boss. I'm not going to get cheeky with this guy. He's kick my ass.
We're becoming bored of this conversation.
He's a funny fella. Where's the shovel? Stone axe. Did he give me the shovel or? Oh yeah, there it is. Wooden shovel.
It's a piece of crap, he says.
It's funny. Clay deposits. You get clay times 5. Go. Strange deer figurines. Interesting. Huh. Is there another clay deposit here somewhere? There it is. There we go. There's another one. Because that's not creepy at all. What's with all the figurines? I don't like this. Strange deer figurine. Strange indeed. Well, here's all the clay you wanted. Will you finish the story now?
All right, all right. So, as I've said already, Jordan wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections, but he had one thing, an unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Jordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells really. Calm, steady breaths, eye contact held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest of situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. He came up with a plan so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole new set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman. The finest fabrics, silken threads, you name it, horrendously expensive.
So how did he manage?
How did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it.
So he stole it.
I said no such thing. Jordan wasn't a thief. Not in the traditional meaning of the word, at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? While wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of that realm and entered it.
Okay. Now I know that you're making this all up. That's simply impossible.
You're absolutely right, it is. It's mad to even consider trying to pull that off. But Jordan, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me. Damn, I would have been the first to doubt a thing like that if I didn't see him doing it hundreds of times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan, which was bedding his wife.
Whose wife?
The king's.
The king's wife?
Mm-hmm.
So the queen.
Indeed.
So let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the king. Lay with the queen.
Exactly that.
You're right. That is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of.
I told you, but it worked like a charm.
I still don't get it. What worked? What does he accomplish by that?
After the lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'd be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with the company of a strange man sneaking into one of the chambers. The guards rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with the man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife. That would be bad for his reputation. But he could punish her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Jordan was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he had borrowed from the stable into the sunset.
I still don't get it.
You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down to find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one thing that Jordan left behind, except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen. His name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used when introducing himself to the queen was the Lord of the Orchards. Precisely. Now you get it.
That's incredible. The Lord's head must have left the company of his body pretty promptly.
He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be in Jordan's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him in the dungeons, where he spent all the days he had left.
Jordan was amazing. All that with just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed the Lord that he shouldn't have wronged him.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get the wrong idea about his reason. Jordan didn't get through all of that just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was a cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects. Killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman, because one of his habits was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kittens. Jesus Christ. Jordan needed to stop him, and he did. But that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successors, but then, with just an uncanny perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's. A charming young man with 2 different eyes.
You gotta be kidding me.
He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative, but Jordan didn't want any of that. Not for himself, so he took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury and left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He is still probably worshipped there. I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. One for the tailor, another one for the stableman. He took a horse from, and the last one for himself, with the exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work at the orchard. I told you, Jordan wasn't a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least, that's the story he used to tell us. Nothing of that may be true at all. But that's just how he was.
I can't believe that you're talking about my uncle. My mother used to portray him as a simple merchant. Successful, but normal. Mortal.
Yeah, I was wondering if he actually was mortal many times. Well, now we know.
But wait, you didn't tell me what was the purpose of the Undying Fist.
Oh, I thought it would be obvious by now. On that day, Jordan's mission was born. He knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the hard-working simple folk, and that he was capable of stopping them. To some extent, at least. So that's exactly what he started doing. Overthrowing corrupted lords and giving back to the community.
Sounds like a hero. A true hero.
Well, it wasn't like... yeah, I guess you could say that.
So how did you join the pact?
Jordan was working solo until I met him. Jordan was working solo until he met Unicost. That rat's agile fingers could work where Jordan's tongue didn't. And then they needed someone with other talents that were lacking, like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity.
Right, I think I get the picture.
So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance. And finally, the pact started to really make a difference. But I don't like to brag.
Oh yes, I noticed. Humble to the bone.
Thank you for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about our skills.
Just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright.
Anyhow, I already spoke more words to you than I did in the last 5 years to anybody, so it's time for you to go. And preferably, don't come back. Ever.
It was a pleasure, and a true honor.
Yeah, I don't care. Leave now. And in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to Unicos. It's his favorite. A knuckle sandwich.
You want me to hit him in the face?
Did I stutter?
No, sir. Of course, sir. I'm on my way, sir. I like Samuel. He's good shit. Did I stutter? All right. Let's save our game real quick here because we do not want to die from wolves again. Right on. Okay. Now we need to get back home without running into that wolf again, hopefully. Cross our fingers that we don't come across him. I think if we move slowly. Hopefully we don't make too much sound. There's a hawk. Please, no wolves. Please, no wolves. It's getting dark and I don't want to die. Keep our ears open. Hopefully we can get lucky here. I'm wondering if it was because I was running through the forest that it picked up on me. I don't see any yet, so I think we're lucky. Well, I'm overweight now. That's what's going on here. Clay I need to dump. Next to drop. There we go. You guys heard that, right? Something moving in the bushes. I don't like it because it scares me. And wolves, man. We are almost home. Let's run. Go home. Get home. Don't die from wolves. Run, 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 run. Wonder if my torch would have scared them away. Probably should have tried that. Let's make sure we drop off anything that we have that's extra. We're overweight again. Wooden shovel. We have 2 wooden hammers. Don't need 2 of them. Boots can stay here. Special item, a strange deer figurine found in the mud. Who might have created it? I'm guessing it was Samber. Most likely. Mead. Alright, we are not overweight anymore, which is good. Wash ourselves in the lake real quick here. Does it not work? There we go. Alright, should we go deliver this quest? Let's go deliver this quest. I like Sandbar. He's really cool. He's a very funny dude. Cheeky. Alright, it is starting to get dark. Hopefully we can get over there in time. Gets too dark. Eat some food here. There he is. Unigast, hello. I talked to Sambar.
He's a real sweetheart, isn't he?
The sweetest, like a jar of honey.
That's Sambor for you.
I see. Did he tell you? He did tell me about my uncle, though. The story about the Lord of the Orchards.
He has some unexpectedly good storytelling skills, doesn't he?
Yes, he really does. I was downright astonished by that.
One time, I swear he went over a year without speaking a single word. But when we were sitting by the fire, he remembered some anecdote, laughed out loud, and began telling his tale. Went from a total mute to the master of ceremonies. The narrative was so gripping, it was hard not to listen. He even did voices. But after finishing, he became silent again. I've never fully understood that side of him.
A theater genius trapped in the body of a bear wrestler. He actually asked me to give you something.
Really? What's that?
A knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like Sambor. So, are you going to deliver?
Do you want me to?
Oh, sure. I love people punching me in the face. Around the valley, I'm known for it. Would you be so kind and do it for free, though? I'm all out of my being punched in the face budget.
Okay, you're joking. I started worrying there for a second.
Don't. Sambor just likes to say crap like that.
But if he asks,
I'll tell him you knocked me out cold. Just out of curiosity, what did Sambor tell you about him becoming part of the pack?
He said that you were looking for the best recruit, and that he was an obvious choice.
Yeah, that sounds like something he would say.
Well, he was clearly full of crap.
It's not a pleasant memory, but I believe you deserve to know the whole story. We didn't recruit him. Well, I guess we did. Jordan did, but that wasn't a matter of choice. When Jordan and I started to follow his mission together, we were rather successful. Everything was going smoothly, too easy even. We were doing a lot of good, putting many well-deserved smiles on oppressed faces, and that's when we let our guard down. There was a secret guild formed by a few of the higher-ranking knights and barons. We called them the Vendors. A bunch of really heartless bastards. Their most lucrative business was selling a living merchandise. And no, I'm not talking about animals. Please don't say it. Slavery was strictly forbidden in the realm. The queen was adamant about that. Well, the Vendors had their own set of rules to follow. They caged them like cattle. Mostly women and children, forced to fight rats for the poor little rations that they were given in the damp dungeon they were held in. The guild preferred quantity over quality. They did not care about diseases, and they didn't tend to wounds. I think I'm going to be sick. Sometimes it took them weeks to get the dead out of the cages. Survival of the fittest. Or rather, outlasting the least fortunate. It was simply horrible, if you ask me. All of the damned guild deserved a cruel and slow death, but that wasn't how we operated. Jordan made it very clear from day one. We were never to take a life. That was the most important of rules. Anyway, we managed to get everyone out. The carriages full of broken people. Even the horses kept their heads low, mourning. The despair in the air was even more poisonous than the stench of the rotting flesh. And in all that, we forgot to make ourselves safe as well. We were caught by the mercenaries who brought us to the torture chamber. Yeah, this gruesome place had even worse room hidden inside. The Vendors weren't in a patient mood, so they sent their worst torturer right away. I was horror-struck, truly petrified, could barely breathe. Jordan didn't say a word, just looked at me. His eyes were relaxed, but focused. I realized he wanted me to be calm as well, but I just couldn't. He went first. The torturer strapped Jordan to the chair and just started swinging. His fists were like anvils. Every hit drew blood or broke bones. In a matter of seconds, Jordan's face looked like a bloody pulp. The only thing poking out through it was his smile. It was one of the many times I wondered if he was even human. The torturer quickly realized that he needed different tools for such a unique specimen, and went to grab his blades. That's when Jordan started talking. He was making him offers, one after another, but the torturer just kept carving his torso, like he was preparing a steak to be grilled. There was so much blood I could taste it in my mouth. I wanted to pass out, just to run away from all of that, but I couldn't. My heart was pounding way too fast. Suddenly the torturer stopped. He looked at me, back at Jordan, and this was the only thing he said. If you're lying, you're going to watch me do the same to him. I was about to puke, but Jordan just nodded. So he untied us both and helped us escape. There were more mercenaries on our way, heavily armed. No one stopped us. Even they were terrified of that guy. We managed to get out of there in one piece. Well, we managed to get out of there alive. Jordan's wounds wouldn't heal for weeks. Even after that, he was scarred so badly it looked like he had chainmail stitched to his skin. But we escaped death, and its emissary became one of us. The torture. That was Sambor, wasn't it? Yes. Now I understand why Sambor didn't want to tell the truth. It sounds absolutely horrid. To be honest, the nightmares of that night never stopped. How could you want a person like that amongst your troop? You think I wanted that cutthroat anywhere near me? I couldn't get a wink of sleep with them around for days. I was constantly watching my back, watching his every move. So why didn't you just blow him off? That's simple. Jordan made a deal with him, promised him the only thing that mattered to that brute, which was money. A whole lot more than the guild was paying him, and a cut from every heist that we did. Couldn't you just pay him off or run away? That's not the way Jordan did things. He was a master liar, but when he gave someone his word for real, he never backed down. Besides, as we later found out, Sambor wasn't evil in his nature. He was just a true soldier. Did what was asked of him. Jordan spent hours talking with him, explaining our rules of conduct. Sambor never broke any of them. Not once. That's incredible. Your lives, I mean, I don't think I would be able to handle all of that. Honestly, I hope you never have to. I've been through a lot, and after all these years, I wish you the most is to have a boring, steady life. I'm not the type of person to get bored. There's always something to do. I'm glad to hear that. Then my next request won't be boring to you at all. Sure thing. What do you need? I need you to go to Borough, find Ida, and get my scythe back from her. Consider it done. All right. And we are into summer. That was interesting. Such good writing. I'm super intrigued now with this whole story of like finding out about his dad and like who he actually was. This is really, really interesting. Or not his dad, his uncle, I guess. Yeah. Wow. Kind of wild. Honestly, kind of wild. But I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you all for watching to the end. I really, really enjoyed this one so far. This was a really good episode. We didn't do a ton of stuff, but we made our way through some of the storyline and got some quests done. Learned a lot more about Jordan, which is really cool. He seems like a really interesting fellow. I'm intrigued to find out more about the story and keep digging into this one. It's been really, really good so far. Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching the series and all of my videos and stuff. I've really, really been enjoying it. If you liked the video and you're enjoying the series, please leave a like on the video as it does help in the algorithm.
If you have played Medieval Dynasty before, or you're planning on playing Medieval Dynasty, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. If you'd like to know more about the game, you can head down into the description. You'll find a Steam link there. You can click on that and it will take you over to Steam, and you can try out the game for yourself or check out more information on it. Down in the description, you'll also find all of my support links, as well as my Discord link. So if you'd like to support the channel, we got a bunch of different ways that you can do that. You can sign up to Patreon and get early access to all of my videos that come out. I post them up for my Patreon members before they come out. So it's a good way to support the channel. We also have Stream Elements tips available if you'd like to throw a couple of bucks in, buy me a cup of coffee or something like that. And we just launched our merch line as well. So the Sassy Beans merch line is now available. If you would like to get yourself a mug or a sweater or something like that for Christmas, you can check that out over there as well. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get more great content like this. We will see you all next time. Happy hunting, survivors.